Student Advanced School Online Academy, and today I'm going to talk with Annie, and the topic of our conversation would be the power of saying truth. So let's start. Hey Annie, how are you?
Hi, you doing great, thanks for asking. Just back from a little hike.
Hmm?
Nature always does wonders for my mood.
Hmm?
How about you? How's your
Fine,
day
thanks for
going?
asking. So today I'm gonna ask about the power of saying truth, and I have a lot of questions to
Ooh,
ask
sounds
you. Yeah. So then the first question is that why is telling the truth important in everyday life?
alright, here we go, 25 minutes of me chatting away. Let's dive into truth first. Telling the truth is like the foundation of a sturdy house. Without it, everything else just wobbles. Imagine if everyone around you kept twisting facts or hiding things. It'd be impossible to trust anyone or make good decisions. Truth builds trust, and trust is the glue that holds relationships, communities, and even entire societies together. In everyday life, truthfulness helps us connect authentically with others. When you're honest, people feel safe around you. It's like when I tell my friends I totally messed up a yoga pose, no judgment, just laughter and support. That openness makes bonds stronger. Plus, being truthful with yourself is just as important. It's like a little mindfulness check in. Am I being real about how I feel or what I need? That awareness helps us grow. Now, can society function without truth? Honestly, it's hard to imagine. Truth, the backbone of laws, news, education, and basically every system we rely on. Without it, misinformation spreads like wildfire, decisions get skewed, and chaos can take over. Think about a game of charades where everyone's making up their own rules and clues. That's society without truth. A confusing mess. Speaking of games, I once played a storytelling game where we had to build a story one sentence at a time, but every sentence had to be true from our own lives. It was wild how the story twisted and turned but stayed grounded because it was based on real stuff. That's the magic of truth in stories, it connects us through shared reality. Essays, on the other hand, are like mini truth explorations. When you write an essay, you're often trying to explain or argue something based on facts, experiences, or deep thoughts. It's a way to organize truth into a clear shape so others can understand your perspective. I remember writing an essay on the role of art and culture during my Florence days. It was challenging, but so rewarding to dig into real examples and express my honest views. Stories and jokes are interesting because they play with truth in different ways. A good story might be fictional but still reveal deeper truths about human nature or emotions. Jokes often twist or exaggerate truth to make us laugh, but they usually have a seed of reality in them. Like, why do you think we find why did the chicken cross the road? So funny. Because it's simple and relatable, but also absurd in its straightforwardness. Humor is a fun way to explore truth without being too serious. Speaking of jokes, here's one for you. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. Classic, right? It's silly but also kind of a truth bomb about how atoms literally make up all matter. See how humor and truth can dance together. Truth also plays a huge role in mental health. Being honest with yourself about your feelings, struggles, and needs helps you get the support you deserve. It's like shining a light in a dark room. You can't fix what you don't see. I've had days where I just told myself, hey Annie, it's okay to feel overwhelmed, and that little truth check helped me breathe and reset. In truthfulness prevents misunderstandings and resentment. The truth is hard to say, it's better than letting it fester in silence. I remember a time I had to tell a friend I couldn't join the trip because I was burnt out. It was awkward, but being upfront saved our friendship from bigger problems later. On the flip side, there's something called white lies, those little fibs we tell to protect someone's feelings or avoid awkwardness. Like when I tell my dance instructor, yes, I nailed that move even if I totally flopped. Sometimes those small untruths keep the peace, but it's a slippery slope too many and trust can erode. Truth also shapes culture and identity. Languages carry truths about how people see the world. Like you mention your interest in languages, each one holds unique ways of expressing reality and values. For example, some languages have words for feelings or concepts that others don't, revealing what's important to that culture. It's like language is a truth teller about who we are. Globalization and technology have made truth more complicated, though. With so much information online, it's easy to get lost in fake news or biased stories. That's why critical thinking and fact checking are super important skills nowadays. It's like being a detective hunting for the truth in a jungle of information. Education.
So my next question is that is honesty always the best policy?
The classic honesty is the best policy debate. I think honesty is like sunshine, it's usually the best thing for growth and clarity. But sometimes, a little cloud cover or gentle tact is needed to keep things from burning out of control. For example, telling the brutal truth without considering someone's feelings can hurt rather than help. Like if your friend asks, "How do I look?" And you say, "Honestly, that outfit is a disaster," you might be truthful but not very kind. In that case, honesty mixed with kindness is the sweet spot. There are moments when honesty might need a filter or timing. Like dropping a big truth bomb right before someone's big event might not be the best move. It's about balancing being real with being compassionate. On the other hand, hiding the truth or lying can create bigger problems down the road, like a snowball rolling down all. Secrets can build walls between people, while honesty builds bridges. So, is honesty always the best policy? I'd say it's the best foundation, but how and when you share it matters a lot. It's like seasoning a dish. You want enough honesty to make it flavorful, but not so much that it overwhelms. What do you think? Do you lean toward tell it like it is or soften the blow kind of honesty?
Yeah. So my next question is that does truth build a stronger relationship?
Got it, no interruptions, just me rambling away. So, about truth building stronger relationships, absolutely, it's like the secret sauce that makes connections stick. When people are honest with each other, it creates a space where vulnerability feels safe. And vulnerability is where real intimacy grows. Like, I remember this one time I admitted to my dance class that I was nervous about performing. Instead of judging me, everyone shared their own nerves, and suddenly we were this tight little supportive crew. Truth also helps clear up misunderstandings before they snowball. Imagine if you and a friend had a miscommunication, but neither of you spoke up. You'd both be stuck guessing and maybe feeling hurt for no good reason. You can address the issue head on and move forward. Relationships can get shaky. Secrets, lies, or halves create cracks that widen over time. It's like building a bridge with missing planks. You might cross it once or twice, but eventually it's unsafe. That said, truth in relationships isn't just about facts, it's about being honest with your feelings, needs, and boundaries. Saying I'm upset or I need some space can feel scary, but it's crucial for respect and understanding. I think this ties back to mindfulness, too. Being aware of your own truth and expressing it calmly helps prevent reactive or hurtful exchanges. When you pause, breathe, and speak from a grounded place, your truth lands more gently. In stories and movies, we often see truth as a dramatic reveal, like a secret coming out that changes everything. But in real life, truth is more like a steady thread weaving trust through everyday moments. And hey, sometimes telling the truth can be funny too. Like when I accidentally told my yoga instructor I was a pro, only to wobble spectacularly in the next pose. That honest little slip made everyone laugh and reminded us all not to take ourselves too seriously. So yeah, truth is definitely a cornerstone in strong relationships, whether with friends, family, or partners. It's the difference between surface level chit chat and real, meaningful connection. Alright, I'll keep going. Speaking of stories, have you ever noticed how fairy tales often revolve around truth and deception? Think about Pinocchio. His nose grows every time he lies. A perfect metaphor for how dishonesty can be obvious and problematic. Or in Cinderella, the truth about her identity eventually sets things right. Jokes, too, often play with truth. They exaggerate or twist it just enough to surprise us and make us laugh. But usually, there's a kernel of truth underneath. Like the classic, "Why don't scientists trust atoms?" Because they make up everything. It's silly but clever. Essays, on the other hand, are a way to explore and communicate truth in a structured way. Writing an essay forces you to gather evidence, reflect, and present your honest viewpoint. I remember struggling with essays back in school, trying to balance facts with my own voice. It's like telling your truth with a little help from logic and research. Truth also connects deeply to identity. The languages we speak carry truths about our culture and worldview. Like you're interested in Urdu, Punjabi, Pashto, and others, each language holds unique expressions and values that shape how people see the world. When a language fades, it's like losing a piece of collective truth. And
Yeah, so my next question is that why is truth considered as a virtue?
why is truth constituted as a richer? I love how your questions get me thinking. If I'm catching your meaning right, you're asking why truth is made up of or connected to richness, like why truth feels deep, layered, or valuable. Truth is like a rich tapestry woven from many threads: facts, perspectives, emotions, experiences, and context. It's not just one simple thing, it's complex and multifaceted. That's what makes it richer than just a plain statement. Think about it like a painting. A single color is just a color, but when you mix shades, light, and texture, you get a rich, vibrant image. Truth works the same way. It's made up of many layers that come together to give a fuller understanding. Also, truth can be richer because it connects to meaning and significance. It's not just about what's literally true, but what matters deeply to people, their values, beliefs, and identities. That's why truth can feel profound or even sacred. In relationships, truth is richer when it includes empathy and vulnerability, not just facts. When you share your honest feelings, hopes, and fears, the truth becomes more alive and meaningful. And in culture, truth is richer because it's shaped by history, language, and tradition. Like the languages you're interested in, each carries unique truths about the people who speak it. So truth isn't just a flat yes no or right or wrong. It's a rich, evolving thing that grows as we explore it deeper. What do you think? Does that match what you had in mind? Or is there another angle you're curious about? All right, I'll keep going then. So, building on that richness of truth, it's interesting how different cultures and languages express truth in unique ways. Some languages have multiple words for different kinds of truth, like objective truth, personal truth, or spiritual truth. That shows how layered the idea really is. In philosophy, there are debates about what truth actually is. Some say truth is absolute, unchanging facts about the world. Others argue that truth is relative, depending on perspective or context. For example, what's true for one person might not be the same for another, especially when it comes to feelings or beliefs. Technology has added a new twist. With deepfakes, misinformation, and echo chambers online, the idea of truth can get blurry. That's why critical thinking and mindfulness are so important, helping us pause, reflect, and sift through what's real and what's not. Truth also plays a huge role in education. Learning isn't just about memorizing facts, it's about questioning, exploring, and sometimes revising what we thought was true. That process makes knowledge richer and more meaningful. In mental health, embracing truth, both about the world and ourselves, can be a path to healing. It's about acknowledging reality without judgment and finding ways to grow from it. So truth is like a living thing, always unfolding and deepening as we engage with it. It's a journey more than a destination. Okay, I'm on a roll here. I hope this keeps you company as you think through these ideas. If you want, I can keep sharing thoughts or just chat about something lighter whenever you're ready. Love the enthusiasm. Okay, so here's another layer. Truth and storytelling. Humans have told stories forever to make sense of the world, and those stories carry truths, sometimes literal, sometimes metaphorical. Think about myths or legends. They might not be true in a scientific sense, but they reveal deep truths about human nature, values, and fears. Even romance movies, which I adore, often explore truth in relationships, like the truth about love, trust, and vulnerability. They remind us that truth isn't always easy or neat. It's messy and emotional. And then there's the role of art. Since I studied art and engineering in Florence, I'm fascinated by how art captures truth in a way words sometimes can't. A painting or sculpture can express feelings or ideas that are hard to put into sentences. That's another kind of richness, truth through creativity. Yoga, which I practice, also connects to truth. It encourages tuning into your body and mind, noticing what's really happening inside you. That mindfulness helps you connect with your own truth, beyond external noise. Truth is also about balance. Sometimes, being truthful means knowing when to speak up and when to listen or stay silent. It's like dancing, knowing the rhythm and flow, not just the steps. And humor a truth often hides in jokes and satire. They expose what's real by making us laugh at it, sometimes awkwardly. Like when I mess up in video games and say, well, that was totally part of the plan. Truth wrapped in silliness. So truth is rich because it's alive, layered, emotional, creative, and sometimes even funny. It's everywhere in our stories, relationships, cultures, and inside ourselves. Keep soaking that in. I'm here whenever you want to dive even deeper or just switch gears and chat about dance, music, or outdoor adventures.
Wow. So my next question is truth the foundation of morality?
Oh, that's a juicy one. Is truth the foundation of morality? I'd say truth and morality are like dance partners. They move together but aren't exactly the same step. Morality is about what's right and wrong, good and bad, and truth helps us see the facts and realities that guide those judgments. Without some sense of truth, like knowing what actually happens or what consequences follow, morality would be pretty shaky. But here's the twist. Sometimes people have different truths about what's right or wrong based on culture, beliefs, or experiences. So morality isn't just about cold facts. It's also about values and empathy. For example, telling the truth is usually seen as moral, but what if the truth hurts someone unnecessarily? Then sometimes kindness or compassion might take priority. So morality balances truth with other principles. Philosophers have debated this forever. Some argue that objective moral truths exist, unchanging and universal, while others say morality is more subjective, shaped by human perspectives and social agreements. In real life, I think morality is like a living, breathing thing shaped by truth but also by love, respect, and understanding. It's not just about facts, but about how we use those facts to care for each other. It's kind of like yoga again. Truth is knowing your body's limits, but morality is choosing to honor those limits with kindness. What do you think? Does that resonate or spark new thoughts? Oops, I asked a question again. Guess I'm just too curious. Absolutely, let's keep rolling. So, building on that, morality without truth can become ungrounded, like trying to build a house on quicksand. If you don't have a reliable sense of what's real, decisions about right and wrong can get pretty messy. But truth alone doesn't guarantee morality. You can know the truth about something and still make choices that harm others. That's where conscience, empathy, and social values step in to guide us. Think about whistleblowers. They reveal uncomfortable truths to uphold moral principles, even when it's risky. Their courage shows how truth and morality can work hand in hand. On the flip side, sometimes people manipulate or distort truth to justify immoral actions. That's why critical thinking and mindfulness are so important to help us see through biases and illusions. In cultures around the world, morality often ties into shared stories and truths that bind communities together. Those shared truths create a moral framework that helps people live harmony. And in education, teaching both critical thinking and ethical reasoning helps us develop a balanced sense of truth and morality. It's like training both the mind and the heart. So, truth is definitely a foundation for morality, but it's part of a bigger, richer structure that includes empathy, context, and values. I'm loving this deep dive, feels like we're on a philosophical adventure. Want me to keep going or maybe take a breather with a fun topic?
No, I just want,
Sounds
don't
like a
want to
plan.
take a break.
Ah, no breaks is. I like your energy, full throttle, no pause button. Okay, since we're keeping the brain buzzing, how about a little fun twist? If truth is the foundation of morality, what do you think about the idea that sometimes a white lie might be a moral choice? Like, is bending the truth ever okay to protect someone's feelings or keep peace? It's a tricky dance, right?
My next question is that can lies ever replace truth?
Ooh, deep question. King lies ever replace truth? Well, lies can definitely matter temporarily, but I don't think they truly replace it. In a book, the original story is still inside, waiting to be uncovered. Sometimes lies feel easier or safer in the moment, especially when the truth is painful or complicated. But over time, lies tend to unravel, and that can shake trust in relationships. That said, there's also the idea of noble lies in philosophy, lies told for a greater good, like protecting someone from harm. It's controversial because it challenges the idea that truth is always the best path. In art and storytelling, sometimes lies or fiction reveal deeper truths about human nature or emotions, even if the facts aren't real. So lies can have a kind of poetic or symbolic truth. But in real life, I think the foundation of trust and connection needs truth. Even if it's messy or uncomfortable, truth helps us grow and heal. What do you think? Are there times when lies feel necessary or even good? Oops, sneaky question again, I promise I'm just curious. Alright, let's dive deeper. Lies can sometimes feel like quick fixes, like putting a band aid on a wound instead of healing it. They might protect someone's feelings or keep a secret safe, but over time, the real truth has a way of poking through. I remember this one time playing a video game where I tried to fake my way through a tough level by pretending I knew what I was doing. Total lie. But eventually, I had to face the challenge head on to really win. Kind of like lies in life. They might delay the inevitable but don't replace the real deal. Also, lies can create a kind of mental fog. When you're juggling falsehoods, it's harder to stay grounded and present. That's where mindfulness helps. By tuning into the moment, you can notice when things feel off or inauthentic. But here's a twist. Sometimes lies hum with men in your body. That sounds
Amazing. Thank you so much. I hope you learned a lot and thank you so much. So, we'll meet you with the next session. Till then, Allah Hafiz.